Hello everyone, I'm John Paul, founder of DayTradeToWin. What we're going to do in this video is talk a little bit about mentorship and if it's right for you. Some of you are new traders and you want to learn the right way to get into becoming a professional day trader. And so mentorship is this way that we take traders who don't know anything about trading and teach them all the courses and programs and put it together. Now, if you're an advanced trader, you've been around the block, but you need an edge when it comes to trading, especially price action, because we really do focus on price action trading. The mentorship program is a great fit as well because it will teach you methods that are really not found anywhere else. So to begin, the first week of mentorship is going to be in focus on the at the open method. And the at the open method, let me just add here the at the open method. The at the open method is based on the market starting the day and giving a push either up or down. And that's really the advantage of the at the open method. Now we still have to use filters and we still have to go over how to properly use the stops and the targets. But the at the open method is typically the first trade of the day. The second week, we are going to learn a scalping method called the price action scalping method. And it talks about and it discusses using a tick chart. And a tick chart, for those of you who are unaware of what a tick chart is or what it does, a tick chart here, as you can see, I'm using a 300 value tick chart, looks at transactions. So these are 300 transactions as an example, up or down, to create a new candle. And only after 300 transactions does a new candle start. So this is a different type of scalping method using only price action and a tick chart. Now you do get courses, and each week it's live training and recorded for you as well, so you get to learn the price action scalping method. The third week discusses something called the blueprint. And the blueprint method, if you take a look here at a 5-minute chart, looks at whether the market is first in a trend or up or a trend down, and then looks to see whether or not we can do something with that trend, whether the market reverses, whether the market continues, or whether the market goes flat. This is what the blueprint method is all about. So looking at this chart here, the goal is to understand whether or not, as the market begins to be flat like this, where do we buy and where do we sell based on price action. So the blueprint method's a little different. It basically can be used on any market and any chart. I like to use the 1 minute or the 5 minute, all dependent here on the ATR. The next week, we're going to learn the trade scalper. And those of you who know may already have the trade scalper know that I like to use a 1 minute chart on the trade scalper. And the trade scalper focuses on, for example, not really when the market is this slow overnight, but more during the day or when we have a little bit more normal activity. So here I have here the at the open. I'm going to take off the at the open and put on the trade scalper. And the trade scalper here, the latest version, Trade Scalper 4, and by the way, all the programs come with lifetime licenses. The trade scalper looks at these signals here, which the software provides for you, and you actually learn the method as well, where to go long and where to go short. Again, there's proper trade management. The instructor goes over everything, whether it's one-on-one with me or a group session, whichever mentorship program you decide to join. But you do learn how the trade scalper method works, as well as the entries and the strategies to using this method. Now we're going to combine all these methods together, and what we're going to do next is look at something called the roadmap. And the next week, the following week, is the roadmap strategy, which if you take a look at what the market does in manipulated terms, the roadmap here allows for you to understand typically where there's going to be a problem and where to filter out trades. And it also gives signals. I mean, there's a lot to this roadmap. So not to get too complicated into it, if the market is going here up and up and up and up, this area of the roadmap indicates an area to be very careful with resistance. The market may reverse and go against you. So if you're long It doesn't matter what method you're using. If you're long, the roadmap is telling you be very careful, don't go long in this area, wait until it breaks through before continuing a long position. So this filters out trades really, really well. The same thing here, if you look down here, there's a situation where the market is going down and down and down. Even over here, you see there's a roadmap long, the market reversed. And then it came down here and reversed. So this is all done for you. It teaches you how the method works and how to use these signals, and more importantly, how to filter out trades. So we're not really looking at taking every single trade that comes our way. Let's put it all together. In Mentorship, we do that, and we filter out signals using the roadmap. Now, the following week, we're going to look at the Atlas line. And the Atlas line is a completely different and unique proprietary method, just like the roadmap is and the at the open. All these methods are proprietary, where we look at the overall direction that the market is moving. And for example, let me just turn on here the Atlas line. And here is an example on March 31st where there's a buy and then we just buy. Now we still, again, filter out trades using the roadmap, add the trade scalper, always looking at whether something is going to hurt us before we enter a trade or if something is actually benefiting us. And you can say, well, there's 2 or 3 things here that are indicating buy. Buy is the way to go. Or sell if it was a shorting position. So this is what you can expect from the Atlas line, the trade scalper, the price action scalping, the roadmap, the blueprint. There's also the X5 method that we teach. It says a floor trader's secret type of trade where it's very specific to the E-mini S&P. There's trading the news. There's the ABC software as well. A method of breaking up the day into 3 parts and then looking for opportunities like you see here on March 29th to be a buyer or to be a seller if the day is a trending day or not. The software that's included is very helpful. We put this all together as a package and it's discounted, and the classes are small for the group mentorship starting on April 5th, 2021. If you're interested, join up. Let us know if you have any questions, and I'll see you at the next class.